Hi Stampers, happy Friday. We are going to do a pinwheel card today. I honestly had no idea what I was going to do today, even clear up till noon. I had like no idea what I was going to do today. So I did my usual and I went to Pinterest to get some inspiration, and I looked in my card pattern file and found these different patterns for pinwheel cards. Now I'm not sure that I have ever made one before, other than when I ran right back here to my stamp room to do one. I may have done it one time here in our local stamp club, I'm not sure. But it's really fun and easy, and I thought that would be fun. I think that it's probably an old time pattern, but it's seriously, if I ever made one, it was probably one time and a long time ago. So I thought it would be fun to bring it back now and do one. And then after I get the card made, I've got a couple of new things from the upcoming annual catalog, and so I thought I would show you those. So thanks for joining me today. If you are watching live, please don't be bashful and say hello and tell me where you're watching from. It's always fun to see where people are watching from in the world. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for doing so. I will share this over to my YouTube channel after it's done recording today, so you can find it there as well. And my YouTube channel is Jana Stamps, just like it is here on Facebook. This is the address to shop with me if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this is my host code for April. April is, gee, not far from being over, is it? But that only means it's about a week and a half away from the new catalog. The new catalog will start on May 4th. So if you shop with me and spend under $150, please use this host code. And if you spend over $35 and you use the code, I will send you a thank you gift the following month. 150 and over, you will earn rewards, so you would not want to use the code then. All right, let's get started. I'm using some really fun and bright colors. If you know me at all, you know I like colors, all kinds of colors, and I think these are so pretty. So my card base is Gorgeous Grape. And I'm just going to bring my bone folder in and give this a burnish. So my card base is just the normal size that we always do. It is 8.5 by 5.5, and then it is scored at 4 1/4. And then the fun pattern papers. This design really is, the focus is all about the paper today. So I'm using papers from this pack, and this one's been kind of well loved, so there's bits and pieces of some of it and a few full sheets. This paper is still available. It is retiring, but it's called Artistry Bloom Designer Series paper. It's on sale right now, and I'm pretty sure the price was $9.20. I wanted to make sure that all the products I'm using today were still available to order. So Artistry Blooms is this paper on sale for $9.20. So I have cut this layer. I'm going to give you measurements as we go. I've cut this layer at 4 by 5 1/4, and I might play with it a little bit. My intention is to use this side, but we'll see. I'm just going to set those aside right now. And I've got some bits and pieces here, but what you're going to need to create the pinwheel is you're going to start with 2 squares of cardstock that measure 2 5/8 inches square. So 2 squares, 2 5/8 inches. And then you're going to need 8 squares, 4 of 2 different patterns of paper. And where are my other 2 squares? Here they are. So 8 squares total, and these measure 1 1/4 inch square. So 4 of one pattern and 4 of another, 1 1/4 inch square. All right. So now let me bring in my wet glue. We're going to line these squares on top of each other like this. And I'm going to try and line it up on my grid paper here kind of evenly. They're not even, I mean, they're not exactly into all the squares, but I can still kind of count and measure. And I'm going to put some glue. I don't want it hanging off the edges, so I'm just going to put some glue in the middle here to get these 2 squares stuck. And then try to evenly put them together. So I see I've got 1 full square and part of another of the grid paper on the top and bottom. And I think that line right there that I have my points at is pretty much the middle line. So I'm just kind of into the 3rd square a little bit. Let me get it on there and then I'll see if it looks like I'm kind of even. And the liquid glue allows me that little bit of wiggle room to swirl it around there. I'm thinking that looks pretty decent, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it. Okay, so now the fun part. I think it was fun anyway. I'm going to use my intention was to use the blue side, but let me see. Ooh, I'm really liking the other side. Oh, the other side is so much more fun. I'm going to use the other side. Okay, so you see how there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. So in reality, there's 8 squares to fit our little 8 squares in. So I'm going to start at this top point and that top square, and I'm going to work counterclockwise. Since I'm working counterclockwise, I'm going to put on my first square only, I'm going to put adhesive on the left side of the square, and that's the only spot, because once I get all the way around, I have to tuck my last square under my first square, so I don't want it to be glued down. So if you feel more comfortable working clockwise, you'll do just the opposite and put your glue on the right side. So whichever direction you're going around your square, that's the side of your first square that you'll put your glue on, if that makes sense. So I think I want to position it that way. So I'm going to put my glue right there. And let me know if you have any questions as we go along. So I'm just going to put my glue there like that. and it's going to go up here into this corner, but I'm going to leave just a skosh of a border. So like an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch, okay? I think that's about a 1/16. Yeah. Yeah, it's just about a 1/16 of an inch of a border there. So there you can see it's loose because I've only put my adhesive there. Now my next one, you're going to alternate your squares. So my next one I can glue, and all of the rest of them now I can glue completely down. So if whatever pattern is on your paper, if you're doing this with a patterned paper, you kind of want to just make sure you've got your pattern going in the direction that you want it to go. So there you can see, let me hold it up, you can see that I'm leaving that little bit of border. This is so fun to create. All right, so now I'm picking up the other pattern. And it looks like I need to kind of turn it this way, I think. So they overlap. So fun. Okay. And this one's gonna go like that. I'm loving all these colors together. I just think it's gonna be fun. It reminds me kind of tie-dye. As long as you're keeping your little borders straight here, you shouldn't really have to worry about anything else being crooked, because you've got 2 borders there to line up with. Okay, so I'm going to do this one next. It's that time of year where one day you have the windows and doors open and the next day you've got the heat on. Today's a heat on day. There hasn't been, I'm looking out my window, there hasn't been any sunshine today. And I need some sunshine. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this one next. These papers kind of, besides having a pattern on them, they have an ombre effect, so it goes dark to light, and so it's just however you want to do it. Okay, this one I kind of want to go up here, but you have to remember there's a little corner down there. And I almost missed it on the first one I made. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, there's another corner down there. But for some reason, my eye just goes up that line. It's coming together so cute. Okay. Now this is the last piece of this color. Now again, these squares are 1 1/4 inch squares. And you need 8 altogether, so 4 of 2 different patterns. All right, and the last one. I love it. So while this one is all pretty and colorful, my sample is black and white. So quite a different look to it. And I will show it to you when I get done with this one. Got to grab that first one and pull it up and slide this one underneath. And then I can just lift this up and put a little bit of glue under here to get it down. And I got a little carried away with that glue, so I know it's going to ooze out there a bit. Let me grab a piece of paper to grab it with. Okay. How cute. I love it. And of course, we're going to put something in the middle there. So see, that took no time at all to create. And how fun is that and clever? And people will look at it and say, how did you do that? Okay, now let me bring back in the gorgeous grape card base, and I have a layer cut for the inside here. I cut it at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I just have a scrap that I pulled out of the paper pack. And what do I want? Which side do I want? This would match with the front, but do we want to be matchy-matchy? I guess. Okay. All the patterns are fun and go together in my mind, but we'll make it be a little more cohesive. Hi, Shannon. Have you ever made one of these pinwheel cards? I don't know that I have for sure. I'm thinking that I did maybe a long time ago in our local stamp club, but I'm not 100% positive. I know I've seen them before. And I think it's a really old like card pattern, but I think it's fun to bring back things that we've done a long time ago because we forget about them and they're still cool to make. Okay, just a little something something to brighten up the inside of the card. And I want to stamp something. I've pulled out the Itty Bitty Birthdays stamp set. Now I can't believe that this one is being retired because it's just a great basic set, but it's going away. It's still available. I checked right before I came online to make sure, but it is still available. It's called Itty Bitty Birthdays, and there are 16 stamps in here. I'm thinking for this one, what do I want to put on the inside? And then that will, they say it's your birthday. That's cute. They say it's your birthday. It's sure to be a fun day. That would be cute, I think, for the inside. We could do happy birthday. At least you'll always be younger than me. Happy birthday, cheers to you. That's kind of cute. I think I'll do those two. happy birthday and cheers to you. Changing my mind. Cheers to you makes me think that you need to be cheering with glasses, and that doesn't kind of go with the card. So I'm going to say, let's celebrate you. All right. Okay, so what color now? What color do I want to do it? I could do it the gorgeous grape, or I could do black. Let's just do black. Hi, Cindy. Okay. Let's celebrate you. So let me know if you have ever made one of these pinwheel cards before. You kind of get on a roll with it, and then you just want to do a bunch of them. Okay, there's our inside. Now then, let me see. There's that other side. No, I don't like that. I know this is going to go down there. Ooh, I'm liking that. All right. So now, the other thing I need to decide, I did not bring a piece of, well, I brought this piece out, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. I wasn't sure what color I was going to want to stamp my sentiment on for the outside, and this is the tailored tag punch. This is carrying over to the new catalog, so it will still be available. And because it has this point up here, I decided to turn my pinwheel this way so that the point will line up with the point on the pinwheel. So I just need to make sure that I leave enough room here for that. But there is some white there. I wasn't sure if white would look good because I was thinking there wasn't white, but there is white. So I will go ahead and cut a piece of white to stamp my sentiment on. And I just happen to have a scrap here that I can use, I think. And bring in the happy birthday. I don't know that I've inked up this one before, not sure. Need to leave room there for that punch to do its thing. Nice and bold. I know, I love this punch, and I'm going to show you some cool things you can do with it since you said that you like it. In fact, I just ordered this punch. It's been out for I know a year, maybe 2 at least. And what sold me was when I saw somebody do what I'm going to show you. Not that. Okay. All right, so there is that. And now I am going to cut this one in half. You're probably thinking, why is she doing that? Why would she do that? Okay, let me lay it out here like this. And it's because I want my greeting to have a purple border. And since this punch is only one size, we have to get creative. Sometimes I think it just seems like paper has a front side or a right side and a wrong side. I don't know. I might be weird. Well, okay, I don't know if that's a might. All right, so now, do you see? I love that technique. And you can do this with most punches that are label type punches or even other sorts. There we go. Isn't that cool? I love that. Okay, so there is that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on. And then after I get the card together, Shannon, I will show you that punch. I love this ombre look here. Oh, you know what? I should have put this on before I did that. So now I'm going to have to make sure. Let me bring my paper trimmer in. I just got too excited. I wanted to put it on first because I like to make sure that I get the borders matched up just right. Oh, I want this at 4, not 4 1/4. I'm gonna leave it over just a touch. I don't want it to be too short. Okay, I think I got it. And since I am doing it after the fact, I'm going to use liquid glue so I can move it if I need to, rather than putting it down and it's crooked and then it's stuck. Okay, I think we're good there. Now I'm just going to bring in some dimensionals because I want to pop both of these up. I'm going to do the greeting first. now for the pinwheel. I got really carried away in how many dimensionals I put on the first one, so I am not going to get quite as carried away this time, because as I was doing it, it was like, what am I doing? I do not need to have that many dimensionals on there. All right, let me see if there's a way that I like it better than the next. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. Line up those points, I think. Cute. All right, now we need to bling it up, of course. So I have got these pretty blue adhesive backed gems. They are so glittery and gorgeous. There's two different colors there. And I'm going to use the dark ones because I thought that, especially when you turn the light, the colors that pick up are very similar to the colors in the paper there. And I want to put a big one right in the middle of our pinwheel. You can also, if you want to, if you're making these cards and you want it to have more of a quilt look or whatever, you can put a cute button in the middle of your pinwheel, tie a little twine through the holes if your button has a hole, and they just look really cute. Okay, so now, since I've got one bling there, and I like to do bling in odd numbers, I'm going to put two more here, just like that. And that is the card. So what do you think? Are you going to give it a try? Let me bring in my black and white one, just the opposite of this very colorful one. I'll hold it up so you can see. I just used clear rhinestones on it, and this fun patterned paper here is the True Love Designer Series paper, and it's got all these lovely flowers and patterns. And if you like to color, like do color book coloring or whatever, that's a great pack of paper to go in and color all the gorgeous flowers that are in it. So there are those. Okay, let me bring this punch out and show you what you can do with it. So you can cut fishtails with it, which I thought was really clever. So if you just want a fishtail on one end, you can stick your skinny paper in like that. Now this isn't going to make a fishtail on this end. It's going to cut a point. So that I think is cool. You can put it in the normal way, and you just want to try to line it up as best as you can. Cuts your fishtail. And so you can do that with paper, you know, clear up to this width here, and make fishtails that are that wide. And that is really literally what sold me on this punch. You can punch a bunch of these shapes out and they fit together like honeycomb. You can butt them right up against each other, or you can leave a border, like we left a border here. You can leave a little border, and you can make all kinds of really cool patterns with this punch. It's again called Tailored Tag, and it is carrying over to the new catalog. So there might be other things besides those things, but like I said, when I saw that you could cut fishtails with it, not that you can't just do that with a pair of scissors, but you know, that was so much quicker and easier. And besides that, just the punch alone, the shape of it for using for its purpose is good. Okay, I've got a couple of things here. Some more teaser sneak peeks for products in the new catalog. I'm just trying to clean up some of my mess. And I will set these back here. All right. And seriously, just a couple of things. The first one is the gorgeous in color ribbons. If you haven't seen these already, they are so pretty. And I'm going to tell you the names of the colors because I need to practice them so that I can remember. So we have Pale Papaya, and you can see it's that really pretty like chiffon or whatever you want to call it there in the middle with the nice satiny edges. So they make wonderful bows. So that was Pale Papaya. And then we have Fresh Freesia. Isn't that a gorgeous color? Then we have Polished Pink. I love that name. And let's see, I wanted to tell you how much you get. You get approximately 10 yards on the spool, and the width is 3/8 inch. Then we have Soft Succulent, gorgeous. And this last one is Evening Evergreen. It's a gorgeous dark green, perfect for Christmas cards. Okay, so those are new. And then I got this. I did show products in an earlier video back, I don't know, a couple weeks probably. So if you're interested in the other new things I've gotten, you can go back and find that. And it would be here on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel. I haven't really wanted to use the new products just yet because I don't think it's fair to tease you guys that badly with using them when you can't purchase them yet, but they will all be available on May 4th. Okay, now this is a new die set called Basic Borders Dies. Very cool. They're all stitched. This one makes that fun chevron. This one makes a fancier chevron that's got a little bit of a wave to it. This one looks to me like a cloud. I love this. This is my favorite one on the whole thing. This one is so cute. What I see this, wouldn't this be cute, like having it cut out of white on one side of your card as a little layer peeking out, like just like a little ruffle. So cute. And then a nice curve here could be a hillside. It could be like a grassy hill or snow, and you can cut more than one of these and overlap them to make your like snowy hillside. And then this one, you could also, I think, some envelopes might fit to some of these shapes for doing your liner inside your envelopes. So just a fun set of borders. There's 6 dies there in this set. And again, these will be available on May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Okay. One of our grandson's birthdays is on that day. All right, those are my little sneak peeks for the upcoming annual catalog. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend and be crafty. Happy stamping. Thanks so much for watching me. See you again next time. Bye-bye.